And we are live with Jeff from Phonak.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Jeff. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I've been watching, so yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Where are you calling in from?
Learning some stuff. So
Where are you at for us, Jeff?
I am in Toronto, Canada.
Toronto,
Oh.
great city.
Yeah.
I played some shows in that city, and I had a great time there.
I just
Oh,
love
yeah?
we're
Good.
keeping it international. So.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Seriously.
and you have a Chiradio near you somewhere.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, let's
I
talk.
gotta first say congrats to all the Dodgers fans for the big win last night. And,
Woo!
yeah, I'm surprised everyone's on time and everything today. Hopefully,
None of us were
you
on
can
time,
Celebrate
Jeff.
at another time.
I was on time.
She was on time.
Long time waiting. So yeah,
Yep, long
and then you got
time.
two championships this year, which is nice.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, something else nice that we have right here. I was playing around with this quite a bit
Yeah.
yesterday. This is the Roger earpiece. This thing is
Yes.
amazing.
I was looking at it with you. It is.
Right. And, funny enough, we watched Iron Man 3 last night while we were winding down at home, and there's a little scene where something falls out of his ear. And,
Really?
it's like his communication with his, machine
Oh.
system that he builds. And he realizes it's out. They see it on the floor. I swear to God, it looked just like this, but it was blue. Fun fact.
Yeah, our earpieces have been featured in a couple of films. Sometimes they stretch the truth as far as the capability of being a receiver and transmitter, and
Right. Let's
in
see. Let's
some
go
Bond
this.
movies as an example. But
Right.
it is generally our earpiece that are shown on screen, but more importantly, not shown at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of our whole thing is being discreet. So
I love that. And I need to get this out here because I just find this so tiny and beautiful. Let's see. Look at this. All right. So
Yeah.
you have a close-up shot, I think, on this, right, Nate? Yeah, look at that. It's so little. And I'll put it, you know what? Let's take it out. I'm going to put it. I can hardly get it out. There we go. Come on. Good thing I have tiny fingers. All right. So the Roger earpiece right here in my hand. I mean, look how small this is. It's like putting it up next to my pinky. It's just so tiny, and it fits right in the ear canal. It comes with some batteries. It comes with this nice little case that it travels in. This really is just a beautiful.
And this is
Packaging
the
you
new
guys have
version
done.
2. This is the version 2, if I'm correct, right,
Right.
Jeff? So it has...
Wow.
And the most important thing is that we've actually been able to improve the receive antenna sensitivity inside of the earpiece, which basically has gained another 10 to 15 feet. When Roger was first launched in 2016 at NAB, there were some limitations on the operating distance of it, especially when you compared it to a VHF receiver, the Invisity, which was our previous version, I guess you can call it, as far as discrete earpiece. So we've really worked hard to get around some of the obstacles as far as distance. And you'll see that the options right now would be the Roger repeater, which I think that you might have there.
Yes. We have
There
that
it is.
right
Yeah.
here.
Lovely. Let's get it. Oh, Callie, let's
So you
move it
can
to this
add
camera.
those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can switch to that.
Sorry,
Heck
Todd.
yeah. Here we go.
So those are just to improve the distance. So, anytime each individual base station or transmitter, we have a base station option as a transmitter, which would be more of a sort of rack mount stationary, typical studio broadcast transmitter. A multimedia hub, which is just a 3.5 in, and it's just a simple way of streaming the audio, and also the Roger touchscreen mic. But basically, each transmitter has its own Roger network ID, so you can have up to 20 to 30 base stations with different feeds in the exact same area because they each have its own individual network ID. And you can sync in and link in these Roger repeaters per channel or per base station, per transmitter, and have unlimited of those as well to increase the range, essentially to whatever you want. We're kind of finding that indoor sets is certainly just quite easier for us to work around as far as the distance. But Roger in general, if people don't know Phonak is a world leader in hearing aids. They're out of Switzerland. And basically we're able to get the technology from their medical side and implement it into a very niche market like studio broadcast, We also, are quite successful in military and law enforcement as well with a different earpiece. But that's really our expertise is discrete communication, so that there's no one, seeing that someone is being cued. So, but the Roger earpiece itself, I mean, if you're comparing it to our previous Invisity earpiece, we've got twice the bandwidth. So any talent or mixer that has tried the Roger, I think you'd instantly sort of hear how fantastic the audio is and how clear the audio is compared to our previous analog RF receiver, the Invisity.
That is so cool.
Nice.
I haven't tried the Roger yet. I can't wait. I mean, after handling it yesterday, I just can't wait to try this little thing. It's so cool.
I think it's such an easy tool. I'm used to the Invisities, and it just having something that you just turn on, it's almost plug and play. You just get the Roger, it works.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and just to clarify, I mean, the Invisity was our old earpiece, so that was a programmable earpiece between, generally 158 to 220 megs. We had to unfortunately phase that out because there was a subcomponent for that we were no longer able to get and produce anymore. So we had to move everything to Roger. There are still some Invisities floating around, including at True Audio LA. So if people are in a bind or do need those, a few still available.
Great.
Generally, our focus is to Roger now in the digital world for us for queuing. Yeah, I mean, the Invisity was a great system. The audio, it was half the bandwidth essentially of the Rogers. So you had to turn it up a lot louder. There was some hissing and interference potential with that. Whereas Roger, there is no hissing. There's no floor noise to it, no white noise, and there's no interference at all.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're excited about the future, and the future being Roger.
Well, thank you so much, Jeff, for telling us all about the Roger. And we actually have something else exciting to say about this. We have a sale, don't we, Thomas?
We do have a sale on the Roger repeater. So let me flip this
Pretty good sale, too, I'd say.
right here. And you know what? I apologize. I don't know why the words aren't coming up, but I'm going to tell you that the Roger repeater is on sale, 25% off until
Let me stick this
Halloween.
up on top of my little pile. Look, I'm slowly making a little tower here of dun 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 dun.
That's
There we
great.
go. All right.
But yeah, so the product that's on the screen right now, which is the Roger repeater, that's available for 25% off. It's been available 25% off the entire month so far.
Amazing.
And we've been doing reminders, but you've got 3 more days. So get on that sale if you guys
3 more
have
days.
an earpiece and a base station. This is a great addition to your kit. It just makes you
Agreed.
just amazing.
It makes you amazing.
It makes you amazing.
That's
What
gonna
else
be
can
your
I
new
say?
ad there, Jeff.
know?
Roger, it makes
right.
you amazing.
It makes you amazing. That one's for free, okay? And by the way, we're starting the countdown timer, so if everyone can see, we're down to
Alright.
5 minutes
we have
on Jeff.
5 minutes left. Do we have any questions for Jeff? This is a really cool product. You guys have made some major improvements here. I'm sure people have some questions out there. Let's see. Let me refresh here.
And we have this little guy who we
Oh,
haven't.
right. Did we not
shown
unbox?
yet.
Oh, my God. Let's show that off. Can we get a camera on
We have
Callie?
the touchscreen mic right here.
Look
Yeah,
at
so the
that.
touchscreen mic can be a standalone mic where it actually can be, worn around the neck with a lanyard that if a director or somebody needs to jump in and speak to the talent directly, that can be a standalone transmitter directly to the earpiece. So there's no bell pack with our system. There's no wiring. There's nothing. It's just the audio is streamed directly from one of our transmitting options directly to the earpiece. The nice thing about the touchscreen mic is it does also allow to change some of the parameters on the earpiece. So say you have 5 earpieces that are linked with one base station, and one talent prefers the volume way up and the other way down. We can go in and individually change those volumes with the touchscreen mic. So it is a useful tool to have
Nice.
per base station, one per base station. Or you could have unlimited of those if you're just using the Roger touchscreen mic. You could have 10 of those on the same network ID to stream to 1 or unlimited receivers.
Nice.
wow, that's
and
really
I think
cool.
it's important for
It
everybody
is.
to get their owner class and be as comfortable as possible.
Absolutely,
So
yeah, especially in this
appreciate
day
that
and age.
option,
Yep,
yeah.
not sharing gear as much. We have a question in here for you, actually, Jeff. Let's see. Somebody's asking,
Sure.
what is the range of the Roger? This person said they read that it's 10 additional feet. So what's the total range?
Yeah, I mean, the spec is 15 to 40 meters. I think that you're going to be somewhere around, and so that would be what, I guess, 30 feet to, just over 100 feet. I personally, I think in most situations, you're at about, say, 50 feet, 50 to 60. And then with the version 2, I've had multiple people during the beta testing with it in North America, in the US as well, confirm that the version 2, simply by using a version 2 compared to version 1, you're gaining another additional 10 to 15 feet instantly with that. And by the way, now the version 2 is what's available now. So there is no more. If you're version 2 now, it wouldn't be version 1.
Okay, so version 2 is what people can expect, and I was told that the way to identify them from the version 1 and version 2 is that the version 2 has some blue writing on it. Is that correct?
That is correct. I'm just getting a lot of feedback now.
Oh, we're getting some breakup. We're losing you, Jeff, sadly. Let's see. But I think we've asked all the major questions. Yep, I can hear you.
I think so. Did we have any from the audience?
I think that might have been our only question from the audience. I see another friendly reminder from True Audio. If you've won any prize throughout this broadcast, make sure you connect with True Audio on some form of social media or email after the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about these Roger products. I'm excited to virtually meet you, Jeff. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm excited to learn about all the options that we have.
Oh, seriously.
I think, we're getting kind of a up and close look.
I know technology in our business just gets better and smaller and quieter. I mean, there's so many wonderful improvements, and this is a great example of how that's happening.
Even the space station's pretty
That's
compact.
great. I know. Let's see how light that is. It feels like there's nothing in it. Are you sure you sent us one with parts in it, Jeff? It feels a little light.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
And just so you know that it is line level on that base station.
Line
there,
level
so
on the base station.
Yeah,
there we go.
yeah, line level.
Pretty standard.
And there
as
is
well.
a 3.5 in the back. There's an XLR and then an 1/8 inch as well in there.
Let's get the back in there. There's the back.
Yeah. And so when you're pairing the Roger, just so people know, I mean, the Invisity previous, you had to go in and put it in our toaster that you would then pick a frequency and remember what frequency you're on and then go to the transmitter and go to that channel. With Roger, it really is for a mixer. It's a much easier process that you just bring the earpiece within 10 centimeters of the front and you press sync. And you do it individually with each earpiece. You'd only have to do it once. So, once you take out a battery and put in a new one or whatever, you don't have to repair every time. It holds and locks in the previous network ID. So
Amazing.
It's just a much easier process for setup overall as far as not having to have all that frequency coordination going on.
Absolutely. Well, Jeff, thank you so much. That again, I'm so impressed by you manufacturers packing this information into these short time slots.
It's incredible.
I
And
know.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Jeff, so much. We'll see you soon.
Jeff, we're going to